Hey everyone, it's Deej again. We'll be continuing off from our last video. So, welcome whether you're a returning viewer or a new viewer. And what we're doing is we've gone from Fairbanks up to Coldfoot, and then it's just the one load. So we're continuing from this rest spot at Coldfoot. We'll be going up to Prudhoe Bay now. We've split it into two. So there's not a lot to talk about before we get going. We're still in the John Ruder Highway Killer, same as the previous video. The 600 horsepower Slab Jerry engine, the Cat 6NZ, and it's the straight pipe version, which sounds quite good. We're looking at an estimated arrival of 7:49, so I am hoping we'll beat the weather. Beat the night time, because I'm a little scared of the visibility we may have. But I think before we waste too much time letting it all tick on here, we're going to get going. We've got enough fuel, we've had a quick snack, we've had a quick drink, and we're going to take it the rest of the way. I'm not sure what to expect, but I have heard it's pretty dangerous out there, so we'll have to see how we go. So it is currently snowing. I suspect it'll be snowing the whole way there. But I'm pretty much completely blind in terms of what to expect from this, which will be interesting, because I've seen talks about how there are some portions of this drive that are very difficult in terms of climbing. Hopefully we can make it there without any hiccups, but we'll see how we go. Okay, we got nothing coming. It was quite busy on the way up here, so as I've reloaded, I'm sure it'll pick up shortly. I am not using any traffic mods currently, so we'll have to see what happens. I think shortly we're gonna possibly see some areas that have water and melted. There's like a melted cap, I think, somewhere along the road here. So I'm hoping we make it through there without any worries. This weather's looking horrible. I hope it doesn't get much worse than this. So we've got a speed limit of about 50, but there's probably not really any point to chuck it on cruise control, as I expect we'll be needing to do a lot of modulating on the way. It's certainly a different drive to the casual straight highways you get used to across America. I haven't done too much research since I'm not particularly... I don't specifically like any US states, as I'm Australian. I'm honestly not really sure what to expect from them when they're coming, nor do I have any inclination to see a place I've seen like a lot of the Euro players or the America players would have. Some of them can see their hometowns, but I do know we're looking at Louisiana and Missouri coming up shortly. How do you guys feel about those states? I know Louisiana looks particularly good to me, as I'm more fond of the places like Washington and Montana, where there's lots of woods and vegetation and nice lakes and that sort of thing, and I feel Louisiana looks pretty similar in that regard. There's a lot of swampy areas and nice bridges and lakes and that sort of thing. So I am looking forward to going there, but I do not know what to expect from Missouri, so if you guys have any thoughts about that, feel free to comment. And if you've been enjoying these videos so far, I'm gonna keep releasing them regularly, so if you're enjoying them, you can hit that subscribe button in the bottom right corner. I've currently got a sub goal of 50, which isn't too high, so hopefully I can reach that in the next few months, and any support is greatly appreciated. So we are going a bit over the limit here, but it's a bit scary to slow down. You don't know when these climbs were coming. So I can see a lot of mountains in the distance, and it doesn't look like there's much of a break between them, so based on the map we will be about to be climbing them, or descending them by the look of this bit coming up. I don't know about that. We're going to pick up a lot of speed here. Should be ready to brake. Oh, that looks okay. These roads are certainly a bit tighter than what we experienced on the way here. I'll shift down. It's looking like, there's a quite busy out here. It's busier than it was on the way up here, so equip your vehicle with chains if available. Well, I did mention that in the past video. We don't have any chains. I'm not sure if the chain mods actually make a difference. I think it's just aesthetic from what I have read. So here's to hoping we are okay. It's looking like we're going to be having to shift into third gear or something around there shortly. Now, have we got a straight bit coming up? Alrighty. So, well, we do have a lot of traffic behind us, so I hope for their sake we don't start slipping backwards. So we've got a big climb here, and it looks like a sharp 90-degree turn to the left, which is going to be interesting. So I'll prep my shifter to drop into fourth, I think. I think we actually might need to go lower than that here. We'll go to third. We were over revving, but oh my goodness. So we're in second. Oh, we're gonna have to go on the crawler gear here. First. Oh god, I've stalled. Okay, we're gonna park. Let's just take a breather for a second. We're gonna go like that. Okay, we're gonna go into the crawler, take the parking off. See, I can't quite shift down as I just did that. It caused us to stall. Right, so we're in first. Use the clutch to keep the revs up. So we're not making any movement unless we're using the crawler gear, and I can't exactly attempt this hill again, as we do have a lot of traffic behind us. It certainly looks like they're tackling this hill a lot better than we are. My goodness. This is a bit ridiculous. It looks like it's getting worse. Oh, sorry mate, I'm in your way. See, I really should be shifting down, but I almost can't. Oh, that was not good. It looks like there is a bit of a bit of a breather once we get there to the top of this hill. However, I do have realistic fuel on, so this is currently tanking us, which isn't good. Okay, we're gonna shift up, I think. Oh, I think the dude behind us just gave us a bump. Oh, no, it's the clutch. Oh, I don't know what happened there. I hit the clutch and the revs went all the way up. Okay, this isn't exactly ideal. I don't know what's happening there. I don't think this is meant to be happening. Is it the dude hitting us or what? Come on, man. Oh, poor engine. We've used like 50 miles worth of gas here. Oh jeez, okay. That was... whoa! Okay, well... I kind of cheated a bit there, but I don't think we were going to make it any other way. So... I suppose you're supposed to get really high revs before you tackle that hill, but... why isn't that changing? I can't shift into high. Oh, there we go, high. Yeah, so I am using the 600 horsepower engine. The load isn't particularly heavy, so I'm not sure what the expected manner of tackling that is supposed to be. We had to do a bit of clutch hacking there. I'm pretty sure it was a glitch, but I'd rather just get through that little spot. We'll tackle the rest. So, based on what we just saw, if that wasn't the worst of it, we could have quite a bit ready to go here. Have to preemptively try and... oh god, it's a sharp turn. So you don't want to have a crash here because you're flying off into that canyon to the right there, which isn't ideal. I imagine your truck won't recover very well from that. And I don't imagine you get much towing service out here. So it looks like we've got another climb ahead. Pardon me. There is a service point just there, but our truck's looking pretty good, so we shouldn't need that. Got a bit of a climb here and a little turn at the end, so gotta be ready for that. I can't see the oncoming traffic. Descent. I've pretty much had my hand on the shifter for the whole trip. I'm starting to miss having the control of two hands on the wheel. Oh, I don't know. That guy's got a load that looks much heavier than mine. I don't know how he's gonna make it. I suppose he's just got to descend though. So where are we? We've got 5 hours to go. We did probably lost quite a bit of time on that climb we were doing just before, but we certainly have enough time to complete the job as we haven't rested. We are looking at an arrival of 9 PM now, so it's certainly looking like the sun will be going down shortly, which I'm not excited about, but I mean, it is what it is. Go, we can sit in 7th. It doesn't look like there's anything coming up shortly. There's certainly not much to see out here, but there's nothing quite like it in the game. I'm not actually sure what to expect for when we arrive to Prudhoe Bay. I'm not sure if there's mini depots there, or it's just a little sort of area rest stop, kind of like Coldfoot. We'll have to see. It looks like someone's got a little house over there. I'm not sure why you would want to live out here or have some sort of stuff. Basically the most isolated place on earth. Goodness, I've never seen anything like this. I can see, what's that say, drive with headlights, yeah, we're good. I see why people like visiting these sorts of places, but man, something about it just kind of frightens me, I'll be honest. I have seen, I suppose I watched True Detective Alaska a while back, and you see how much difference there is in the day and night cycles these places experience too. How you get long periods of complete darkness where the day just kind of never happens. I don't know if I could deal with that sort of thing either. It looks like we've got a huge storm front or some sort ahead of us. It's like a ice wall almost. The skybox full of fog there. So here's another point where it looks like the road has narrowed quite a lot. Got these little lights on the side here that are highlighting the road, so that will be useful when the sun sets, if it sets. However, you certainly don't want to have an accident and go off the road, because I can't imagine it's easy to get back on. So, outside of that really difficult climb we had before, it's been pretty cruisy for the rest of the way. So I imagine that won't be the last of it. There is some sort of stuff on the road here. I am using PNG at the moment, so I'm not sure if that's changing it. I think it, oh yeah, it is the water stretch. I think it looks a little bit different because of the graphics mods we're using. That's possibly why. I think it's a bit more watery in some of the screenshots I had seen before. I don't think they've released it for American Truck Simulator, but I have seen that PNG just released the winter edition, which looked quite good, but it is only for European Truck Simulator, which does make sense. I mean, there's not that much places in America that see heaps of snow and whatnot, as far as I know. Yeah, so I think that's supposed to be water, I'm not too sure. Oh, shoot. Yeah, I hate using that camera. Hold on, I am just gonna pause for a moment, and I'm gonna try and see what it looks like without PNG. Okay, so I have disabled PNG for the rest of the video. We'll see if we can see much difference in that. We're still using Weather 3.2, the 8K version, so the skyboxes will still be different, but I think the roads will be less changed. Okay, so it looks like a icy wind almost. The textures do look a bit better without PNG, but I'm not entirely sure it's changed anything. Unfortunately, it looks like on our reload that it has made the night a bit darker than it was. So we are at that interesting stretch where we might not be able to see much going on. Looks like we've got a dude here who's broken down. Or his truck moved as we went past. He may have flown off the road. My driver just pulled in $116,000, which is a lot. I've been taking jobs that don't even pay much money because even if they're long, by the time I get to the spot, I don't even need to earn any money because the drivers are just bringing it all in anyway. Which I suppose is the good aspect of having these drivers. I have seen people talk about how they play a profile without any fleet team and they only earn the money themselves, but oh, that sunset's quite nice looking. I do like how if you just get a team going, you can kind of take the jobs that you would just want to do rather than have to worry about how much money per mile they make you. I'd rather just take trips that are enjoyable. So this sky is looking quite intense. It does look like it could be pitch black at any moment though. We are on the home stretch. We're 2 hours and 20 minutes away from arrival. It looks like we've got a bit of a climb coming up. Some of these trucks, this road's so narrow, it's a bit too close for comfort, I think. As I mentioned before, I think these roads were more narrow previously, which I can't imagine was very easy to drive. So that was a nice easy climb. We've got a rest stop ahead, but we're looking good for time. No need to do that. I think if we do take a short rest here, which we do have time for, what's time? 7 PM, we'll likely catch the worst of it. We still do have a little daylight here. It's going to be interesting to see if we get to a point where we can see Prudhoe in the distance. There's pretty much nothing out here as far as the eye can see so far. Might put cruise control on for a little bit, though we'll have to brake coming up on this turn. These lights you can see on the side of the road aren't doing much. They might actually just be yeah, they're reflectors. Surely they wouldn't be running a bunch of lights this whole way here. That'd be a bit ridiculous. So looking at our map, looks like we've got a pretty straight run across here, which is quite nice. We're seeing the last remnants of the sun there. It's pretty much on the verge of setting. Then we'll be basically out here alone in the dark, which isn't ideal. I think we've got some traffic behind us. Goodness, these roads just keep getting tighter. Oh my god. Oh, there's that water I was talking about. With old mate over there, looks like he's drowning. Hopefully he's alright. Now, I'm just gonna take a quick screenshot for the... Sorry guys, do forgive me if there's a couple of awkward jump cuts there. I just wanted to try and grab a couple of screenshots. So, if you're not careful with this part of the trip, there are noticeably a lot of slippage as you take these corners. Yeah, we've got to pay extra careful attention here as we've got a fair amount of oncoming traffic, and these little reflectors you see on the side here, if you're not careful, it's very easy to hit them. I think I've done it once on the way here so far. We are at the point where we practically have no sun. However, we are about 30 minutes away from our destination, so we have made it. Besides that strange little hiccup on that first climb we had, I'm not super happy with having to attempt it that way, but I try to make these videos as seamless as possible. I didn't want to have to do a reload or anything there. So, as I mentioned before, if any of you guys know if there's a specific way you should be attempting to make a climb like that, you can let me know, as the crawlers did tend to get stuck. I think it's a matter of just getting enough speed to blast through it the whole way, but I think with this sort of weight it's always going to be quite difficult. Certainly been an interesting drive. It looks more like the moon out here than it does as you would think you are driving through America or something. So I still can't see anything in the distance. I'm not sure how big of a town we're heading into. That looks almost... so there's a couple houses there, I think. Oh, that's quite bumpy there. Jeez. God, none of the road here was bumpy, but this is quite ridiculous. Look at my hand. I'm quite glad the road the whole way here wasn't like this. Get onto the right. Oh jeez. You got room, mate? I'm sorry. I'll be glad to get out of this truck, honestly. I think for the next video I'm Not entirely sure what I want to cover truck-wise, but I'd say we'll head back to what I'd call civilization for a bit. Something a bit more relaxing, I think. And I'll suss out maybe covering another truck or something like that. I've noticed there are a lot of lesser known mods and different trucks that are certainly out there, but they're not as easy to find. I see the occasional YouTube video and it's really high quality truck made by a bloke I've never heard of, so I'll keep doing some digging. Yeah, I don't particularly feel like I'm entering civilization still. It looks more like a research centre. Looks like there's a couple of truck yards. On quite the bumpy road, which is definitely interesting as none of the roads here are bumpy. It is what it is. Feel my monitor shaking away here. See, I had my main monitor on a big arm initially, but I had to actually take it off the arm because the wobble was crazy. So, I think we may have sped a little bit on the way here, as we've actually made it with time to spare compared to what our initial forecast was. I think we were looking at 9:30ish for a moment there, and it is currently 8:50 PM, so it's been a pretty good trip. I wouldn't say I want to do it again. That wasn't very relaxing. You can't really kind of zone out at any point of that drive. For the sake of seeing it, I'd say quite a good mod. I liked it. It's just not something I'd want to keep doing. I think we'll see some more nicer scenery if we go check out the towns to the southwest in Alaska, so I think we've got that to go. But I'm going to stall out here. It's quite a tight turn to get into this yard. There's a little thing on the right here. I think we're going to miss it. So all we've got left is to hopefully be able to... Oh, that's tight. What do we got behind us? Oh, come on, mate. That guy's all the way up my rear end there. Not entirely sure where I'm meant to be parking. Oh, it's on the left there. Can I go onto that ice there? Is there a barrier of some sort, or can I just duck out there? Because I don't think I've got enough room to turn the trailer out here. Go. Oh, no, apparently not. Okay, let's think. There is a barrier there. We're gonna... Okay, how are we gonna do this? Media, photo mode. See, I'm not sure if I'm just not that bright for reversing yet, or I'm missing something. So we're there. Okay, I think I'm gonna want to go reverse out of here. Yeah, another entrance. Oh. Oh my goodness. I can't get out here. Okay, I'm gonna make a little jump cut. We'll show us reversing in from a different spot. Okay. Well, to keep this video from not running too far over time, I did just spend a fair bit of time turning around, and we should be able to reverse this into the spot now. It's a bit of an awkward turn here. I usually take these a bit longer. It's looking okay. We're going to need to straighten up. How are we? We just gotta straighten up a bit. We should be good to go. I find the straightening up bit a little bit more annoying than actually getting into the spot. It's always a bit hard to straighten up these flatbeds, I find. See, we're completely out now. You're not always gonna have a winner. Turn like that. Good. Okay, we should be able to get it there. There we go. We did it. Parking brake on, engines off, and excellent. Alright, thanks again for following along, guys. This has been something you've enjoyed. Make sure to hit that subscribe button in the bottom right. And if you have any feedback or comments, please let me know. It's always appreciated. I'll be looking forward to taking something a little more relaxing on our next drive, but I'll see you then. Thanks, guys.